The final lesson of wealth consciousness and a calm mind. Don't worry, make money part 6. In the previous part we saw that if a person keeps doing what they have always done, they will keep getting what they have always gotten. The willingness to change is the true beginning of growth. We also understood that being busy and being productive are different things. Without working on the critical inch of your project, there is only movement, not progress. But now, the final and deepest question of this entire journey comes forward. If you have taken the first step, learned to give, left excuses, and learned to focus, then is hard work alone enough now? Imagine a person works every day, learns and tries. Even then, a voice inside him says again and again, what if money doesn't come? What if all the hard work goes to waste? The fear is just this, that from the outside the person is taking action, but from the inside he is still standing on the ground of scarcity, fear and doubt. And the curiosity is whether to make money we need only skills, or do we also need a mindset that can look at money not with the eyes of fear but with the eyes of possibility? Richard Carlson calls this wealth consciousness. This does not mean that you lie about your bank balance or close your eyes to reality. Wealth consciousness means not nurturing so much panic regarding money that your mind itself shuts down. It is the awareness that you can create value, you can learn and you can increase the paths to your income. This mindset says, I am in a problem, but I am not helpless. I do not have everything right now, but I have the capacity to think, to learn, and to take action. When a person focuses all the time on the scarcity of money, then his creativity slowly begins to block. He does not see opportunities, he sees only dangers. If it is continuously running in the brain that I do not have money, I do not have a chance, what will I do? Then a person gets tired even before the solution. But when the mind is a little calm, then that same person asks, what value can I give? Which problem can I solve? Which skill can I improve? This very shift is the beginning of wealth consciousness. This is no magic, this is mental direction. Whichever side your focus goes, your energy also begins to go toward that very side. If the focus is only on fear, then the energy is spent in defense. If the focus is on the solution, then the energy is spent in creation. Richard Carlson says that many people think, when I become rich, then I will leave the tension of money. But this thinking is backward. First, the tension will have to be loosened a little, so that you can see the ways to make money by becoming more clear. A decision taken in panic is often weak. Wealth consciousness does not mean irresponsible expense. It means staying calm with responsibility. Keeping accounts too, but not drowning in fear. If a bill is pending, look at it. If there is debt, make a plan. If the income is low, work on skill and opportunity. But do not break yourself from inside by blaming yourself every day. The healthy attitude regarding money is just this, that money is important, but not bigger than fear. Money is a tool, not your entire identity. When you connect money not with panic but with purpose, then your work becomes better. You give better value to the customer, make communication better, and are able to keep patience. This very patience has come again and again in the entire series. In part 1 there was the first step, in part 2 there was giving and leaving excuses, in part 3 there was becoming responsive, in part 4 there was the present moment and the 1-hour solution. In part 5 there was change and the critical inch. And now in the final part the mindset has to be made stable. Because if your mindset breaks down at every small mistake, then your journey will become very difficult. Therefore, Richard Carlson gives the second final lesson, learn to smile at your mistakes. Laugh at your mistakes does not mean taking a mistake lightly and then keeping on doing the same thing. It means do not make the mistake so big that your confidence finishes off. Many people make a mistake, then feel ashamed of that mistake, then in that very shame commit a mistake again. Because their entire focus gets stuck on the mistake. Suppose you quoted a wrong price in business. If you keep calling yourself a fool, then next time too you might make a mistake in nervousness. But if you calmly say with a smile, okay, this lesson was expensive, but it was useful, then the mind will remain light and the decision will be better next time. A mistake is the proof of life that you are trying. People who do not do anything new make fewer mistakes, but their growth also stops right there. A clear mind makes a mistake data. A stressed mind makes a mistake drama. When you learn to laugh at a mistake, you make an emotional distance from the problem. Then you can ask, what is the lesson in this? This is a very practical point. Mistakes will happen everywhere: business, job, content creation, investment, relationship. The question is not whether a mistake will happen or not, the question is whether you will break down from it or learn from it. A sense of humor works like an emotional cushion. It does not make you careless, rather it makes you flexible. If your mind remains in serious tension all the time, then even a simple solution will not be visible. Tension makes the vision small. Sometimes a problem is not as big as our reaction makes it. We make it more complicated while thinking and thinking. Therefore, Richard's point is, train your mind on the solution instead of the problem. Because mental energy is a powerful tool. If energy is spent only in worry, then you will keep creating those same old fears. If energy is spent in the solution, then new ideas will begin to come. Here the responsive mindset of part 3 connects again. If a mistake happened, do not react. First stop, look, understand, then give a response. Here the change of part 5 also connects. A mistake tells which pattern is to be changed. Therefore a mistake is not an enemy, it is feedback. And here the critical inch of part 4 also connects. After a mistake, ask yourself, what is the most important action now that will take me forward? If you spent money in the wrong place, do not just regret it. Write down the expense, understand the pattern, and make a boundary for the next time. If a project failed, do not reject your talent. See the parts of the project, what went wrong, what can improve, and what the next experiment will be. If someone rejected your idea, do not consider it the final judgment of your value. Rejection too is the language of the market, learn to listen to it. The message of the entire book is just this, that by reducing worry you do not become weak, rather you become more practical. Worry can look to you as doing work, but in reality many times it is only mental noise. Action alone is the real work. Now if we look at the entire journey, then the first lesson was, make a beginning. Stop fearing after seeing a big goal and lift today's small step. The second lesson was, learn to give money, respect, time, knowledge, kindness, whatever you can give, do not hold it back. The third lesson was, leave unhealthy attachment to the result. Work hard, learn, but do not make failure your identity. The fourth lesson was, recognize excuses. An excuse gives comfort, but action gives a future. The fifth lesson was, become responsive, not reactive. Do not take a decision by becoming emotional immediately on every situation. The sixth lesson was, listen to your knowing instead of borrowed beliefs. The voice of the world can be important, but your inner clarity is also very important. The seventh lesson was, life begins now. The past is the wave behind, the engine is in the present. The eighth lesson was, the 1 hour solution. One focused hour of every day can slowly shape your future. The ninth lesson was, remain willing for change. The same pattern brings the same result, therefore changing the method is not weakness, it is wisdom. The 10th lesson was, focus on the critical inch. More important than staying busy is doing that work which makes a real result. The 11th lesson was, maintain wealth consciousness. Money is attracted in a better way not through fear, but through clarity, value, and calm action. The 12th lesson was, learn to smile at your mistakes. Make a mistake learning, not shame. All these lessons are not separate. They are parts of the same chain. The first step makes you move, giving connects you, non-attachment manages you. Leaving excuses makes you honest. A responsive mindset makes you mature. Inner knowing gives you direction. The present moment gives you power. The 1 hour solution gives you discipline. The critical inch gives you results. Change makes you new. Wealth consciousness keeps you calm. And lightness toward mistakes keeps you sustained in the journey. This is the whole story. Money is not made just in the bank account, it is first made in the combination of thinking, attitude, and action. If your mind is in fear all the time, then even a big opportunity can feel like a threat. If the mind is clear, then even a small opportunity can become a seed. Therefore, the final message is very simple. Do not make worry a strategy. Make a strategy out of clear thinking, focused action, honest change, and patient consistency. You do not have to become perfect from today. You just have to do this much, that you have to become a little more aware, a little more calm, and a little more useful than yesterday. When you do this, your life slowly changes. First thinking changes, then behavior changes, then results begin to change. This itself is the real meaning of, don't worry, make money. Leave worry but do not leave responsibility. Leave fear but do not leave action. There can be fun too in the journey of making money if you do not make it merely a fight for survival. Make it a journey of learning, service, and growth. When a mistake happens, learn. When a chance is found, move forward. When fear comes, take a pause. When clarity is gained, take action. And when the mind says again what will happen, then say to yourself, I will not waste energy in worry. I will focus on my work, my value, and my growth. This very calm confidence is the true identity of wealth consciousness. It says, I will find a way. I will keep learning. If I fall, I will rise. And perhaps this is the most human beginning of financial abundance. First you make space inside yourself, then life begins to fill new chances into it. Therefore from today, do not write your story in the name of fear. Write it in the name of effort, clarity, generosity, and courage. Because money does not go only to those people who run the most. It often stays with those people who give value, learn, change, and keep doing the correct work with a calm mind. Now this entire story finishes right here. The journey that started with worry now ends on trust. And perhaps this is the biggest lesson, that if the mind is light, the focus is clean, and steps are in the correct direction, then abundance can become a slowly forming reality, not just a dream.
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible. But in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.